Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life when you are faced with what seems like insurmountable challenges. Moments when everything around you tells you that you cannot go on, that your dreams are too far out of reach, that the obstacles in front of you are too great to overcome. But what if I told you that the very moment you feel that is the moment where your true potential can emerge? What if I told you that within you is the power, the strength, and the resolve to defy the odds, to rise above your circumstances, and to show the world who you truly are? Today, I want to talk about a woman who defied the odds, not because the world was easy on her, but because she chose to embrace the challenge. She chose to rewrite her story, to break through the limits that others placed on her, and to rise up with a relentless belief that she could achieve greatness. And in doing so, she became a symbol of empowerment, resilience, and triumph. When you look at the stories of the world's most remarkable women, you will find that they didn't get to where they are because of the luck of the draw, the ease of their paths, or because everything fell perfectly into place. No, their stories are filled with struggles, hardships, and moments of doubt, but what sets them apart is their unyielding ability to persevere. It is their unshakable belief that no matter the circumstance, they can overcome, they can rise, and they can change the world. This is the story of the woman who defied the odds, and it is the story that is still unfolding within so many of you. In the face of adversity, it's easy to succumb to the voices of doubt. It's easy to listen to the world telling you that you're not enough, that you don't have what it takes, that your dreams are too big for someone like you. But the moment you decide that your voice is louder than those doubts, the moment you take action despite your fears, that's when everything begins to shift. The woman who defied the odds understood that the journey to success is not a straight line. She understood that every setback, every failure, every challenge was simply a lesson, an opportunity to grow, and a stepping stone towards something greater. She didn't let the failures define her. She used them as fuel to push herself further. She knew that success was not about avoiding challenges, but about how she faced them. Let me tell you something, the odds are not in anyone's favor. We live in a world where there are so many voices telling us what we can and cannot do. There are expectations placed on us based on our gender, our race, our upbringing, and countless other factors. But the woman who defied the odds didn't let these external influences dictate her path. She knew that the true power lies not in what the world expects from you, but in what you expect from yourself. She knew that greatness is not about fitting into the mold of what others want for you. It's about breaking free from those molds and creating your own. It's about standing in your truth, owning your power, and trusting in your ability to shape your own destiny. There will always be challenges. There will always be naysayers. There will always be those who tell you that it's impossible. But it's not about whether or not the world believes in you. It's about whether you believe in yourself. The woman who defied the odds believed in herself when no one else did. She believed in her vision, her purpose, and her ability to turn her dreams into reality. And it was this unwavering belief that kept her going when things got tough. When faced with adversity, she did not shrink. She did not retreat. She stood tall, faced her challenges head on, and found the strength to push through. Because she knew that the path to success was not going to be handed to her. It was something she would have to create, something she would have to fight for. But it wasn't just about hard work and determination. The woman who defied the odds understood the power of taking responsibility for her life. She understood that her circumstances didn't define her. She could have chosen to let the hardships of her past hold her back, to play the victim and blame the world for her struggles, but instead, she took full ownership of her life. She acknowledged the challenges she had faced, but she never let them define her. She realized that the only way to change her story was to take control of the pen. She stopped waiting for someone else to save her, and she became the hero of her own journey. One of the most powerful choices that the woman who defied the odds made was to take action, even when it was scary, even when she didn't have all the answers, even when the path ahead seemed unclear. Taking action is the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal. It's easy to get stuck in the planning stage, to overthink every move and wait for the perfect moment to begin. But the woman who defied the odds understood that there is no such thing as the perfect moment. She knew that the act of moving forward, of taking that first step, was what would bring her closer to her goals. It was the momentum she created through her actions that carried her through the tough times. Success does not happen overnight. It is a series of small, consistent actions that over time lead to great results. The woman who defied the odds didn't expect instant success. She knew that the journey was going to be long, hard, and at times exhausting, but she kept going. Every setback was just another lesson. Every failure just another opportunity to learn, grow, and try again. It's through those moments of adversity that you discover your true potential. It's when you are knocked down that you learn how to rise. And when you rise, you rise stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever before. But what really sets apart the woman who defied the odds is her ability to turn her pain into purpose. She didn't allow her struggles to break her, she allowed them to build her. She took the very challenges that were meant to defeat her and used them as the fuel to propel her forward. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. It's in the way we respond to our pain that we define ourselves. The woman who defied the odds didn't let her pain define her, she used it to refine her. She channeled her hardships into her passion, her vision, and her drive to succeed. She understood that what she had gone through was not in vain, but that it was preparing her for the greatness that was waiting for her on the other side. The road to success is not always easy, and there will be times when you will feel like giving up. But the woman who defied the odds didn't give up when things got tough. She understood that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey. She knew that there is no such thing as a straight path to success. The road will be winding, filled with detours, obstacles, and setbacks. But each obstacle was an opportunity to grow stronger, each detour an opportunity to learn. When faced with challenges, she didn't see them as roadblocks. She saw them as opportunities to get better, to work harder, and to become more resourceful. And she knew that every challenge she overcame brought her one step closer to her dreams. At the heart of it all, the woman who defied the odds understood that her success was not just for her. It was for those who would follow in her footsteps. She knew that by rising, she could help lift others along the way. She became an inspiration to others because she showed them that it was possible to rise above your circumstances, to defy the odds, and to create a life of purpose and meaning. She was not just thinking of herself, she was thinking of the legacy she would leave behind. And that is what makes her journey so powerful, not just that she achieved success, but that she made a difference in the lives of others by showing them what is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have the power to defy the odds. The odds are not something that we need to fear, they are something we can conquer. The woman who defied the odds is a living example of the power of resilience, courage, and determination. She did not wait for life to hand her the perfect circumstances, and she didn't wait for permission to chase her dreams. She took bold steps, even when the world told her to stop, and through her actions, she created the life she deserved. And so can you. So I challenge you today to look within yourself. Ask yourself, what odds do you need to defy? What dreams are waiting for you to take action? What choices do you need to make to start creating the life you deserve? Know that you have the strength, the power, and the ability to rise above any challenge that comes your way. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the action you take. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. It's time to rise, to defy the odds, and to show the world what you are made of. Because just like the woman who defied the odds, you have everything within you to make the impossible possible. The speech emphasizes the importance of resilience and how challenges are not obstacles but opportunities to grow, learn, and become stronger. The woman who defied the odds is a symbol of overcoming hardship through persistence and determination. One of the central themes is the power of believing in oneself. The speech highlights that true empowerment comes from within, and it's crucial to take ownership of one's life, decisions, and actions rather than allowing external circumstances to define your path. The speech underscores the importance of taking consistent action even when faced with fear or uncertainty. Success is built through small, deliberate steps, and momentum is created by continuously moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. The speech focuses on the idea of transforming struggles and challenges into sources of strength and motivation. Rather than allowing hardship to break her, the woman in the speech channels her pain into her passion and drive for success. Finally, the speech emphasizes that true success isn't just about personal achievement. It's about creating a legacy that inspires and uplifts others. By defying the odds, one can show others what's possible and help them rise above their own challenges. Resilience in the face of adversity is not just about surviving the storms of life, but about thriving through them. It is a deep, unwavering belief that no matter how fierce the challenge, you have the strength to endure, to grow, and to rise stronger. It is understanding that setbacks are not the end of your story, but simply a chapter in the greater narrative of your life. Everyone faces adversity. No one is immune to difficulties. And it is in these moments of struggle that our true character is tested. Life will throw obstacles in your path. There will be times when the weight of the world feels unbearable, when the people you trust let you down, when you question whether you have the strength to continue. It is in these very moments, however, that your resilience is born. Resilience is the quiet power within you that says, I will not be defeated. I will stand tall, face the storm, and emerge victorious. The first step toward cultivating resilience is acknowledging that adversity is an inevitable part of life. No one can escape hardship, whether it's in the form of personal loss, failure, betrayal, or a seemingly endless series of setbacks. We can never fully predict the challenges that will come our way, nor can we control the circumstances around us. What we can control, however, is how we respond. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from hardship, to not be defined by your failures or your difficulties, but to use them as stepping stones to a higher level of strength and wisdom. It's the understanding that you are not defined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to react to it. One of the most profound aspects of resilience is the mindset with which you approach adversity. When faced with a challenge, many people's first instinct is to see it as something insurmountable, as a roadblock that cannot be moved. But resilient individuals look at obstacles differently. They see challenges as opportunities for growth, as tests that, when overcome, will make them stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. This mindset is crucial. It is not the difficulty of the challenge that determines your outcome, but how you choose to interpret and respond to it. When you reframe adversity as an opportunity to grow, your perspective shifts. What once seemed like a burden becomes a chance to learn, to evolve, and to push the limits of what you thought was possible. A key part of resilience is the ability to embrace change and uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and many of the challenges we face are beyond our control. Whether it's a sudden job loss, a health crisis, a breakup, or the loss of a loved one, the feeling of powerlessness in such situations is natural. But resilient people understand that change, even when it is painful, is inevitable. They don't try to fight against the tide of change, but instead learn to flow with it. They understand that sometimes the path forward is not the one they planned, but the one that life has laid before them. This acceptance of change allows them to remain flexible and adaptable, which are key traits of resilience. There is also a deep level of emotional resilience that allows you to face life's challenges with grace. Emotional resilience is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging your emotions, your pain, your anger, your fear, and allowing yourself to experience them fully without being consumed by them. It's about understanding that while emotions are a natural response to adversity, they do not define you. You can feel your emotions without being controlled by them. Resilience allows you to feel the weight of the struggle, but it doesn't allow you to get stuck in it. It empowers you to move forward, to take the lessons from your emotional experiences, and to use them to fuel your growth. Another essential part of resilience is the power of perseverance. Resilience is not a single momentary act, but a continuous process of rising again and again. When faced with adversity, many people give up too soon. They encounter a setback, experience a moment of failure, and they let it define their entire journey. But resilient individuals understand that perseverance is the key to success. They understand that failure is not a permanent condition, it's simply feedback, an opportunity to try again with more insight and experience. Perseverance means showing up even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about continuing to put one foot in front of the other, even when you can't see the finish line. Resilience is about keeping your eyes on the prize and understanding that the road may be long and difficult, but every step forward brings you closer to your goal. Moreover, resilience is deeply connected to having a sense of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing what you are doing, it becomes much easier to push through the toughest times. Your sense of purpose is the fuel that drives you forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. It's the reason you get up every morning, the reason you continue to fight, even when everything in your life seems to be falling apart. Resilient individuals know their why, and it's this inner drive that gives them the strength to face even the darkest of days. When you have a strong sense of purpose, you are more likely to view setbacks as temporary obstacles rather than permanent roadblocks. Purpose gives you the mental and emotional strength to persist, even when your circumstances make it difficult. Resilience also involves the willingness to ask for help. While personal strength is vital, it is equally important to recognize that no one is an island. There is no shame in reaching out for support when you need it. The strongest people are often the ones who understand the importance of leaning on others. Whether it's family, friends, mentors, or professionals, having a support system is essential to building resilience. When you face adversity, having someone who believes in you, who encourages you, and who helps you navigate through the difficult moments can make all the difference. Resilient people know that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, an acknowledgement that we are all human, and that together we are stronger than we are alone. Building resilience also requires self-care. It's easy to burn out when you're constantly fighting against life's challenges without taking the time to recharge. Resilience doesn't mean pushing through at all costs. It means knowing when to rest, when to rejuvenate, and when to give yourself the care you need to keep going. Self-care is the foundation upon which resilience is built. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health ensures that you have the energy and strength to face life's challenges head-on. When you are well-rested, nourished, and centered, you are better equipped to handle adversity and remain grounded in the face of uncertainty. Resilience requires balance, and taking care of yourself is an integral part of maintaining that balance. In addition, resilient individuals tend to focus on the present moment. When facing adversity, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the weight of the past or the fear of the future. However, resilience requires us to stay focused on the now. The past is behind you and the future is unknown. All you have is the present moment, and it is in this moment that you have the power to act, to decide, and to move forward. Resilient people understand the power of the present moment. They use it as a tool to ground themselves, to take deliberate steps, and to make choices that align with their goals and values. By focusing on the present, you can break down the overwhelming nature of adversity into manageable pieces. Each small action you take in the present moment is a step toward overcoming the challenge. Finally, resilience is about celebrating small wins along the way. In the face of adversity, it's easy to become discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But resilient people understand that progress, no matter how small, is still progress. They celebrate the little victories, the small steps forward, and the minor improvements because they know that these moments add up over time. Resilience is built on incremental growth, and by acknowledging your progress, you reinforce your belief in your ability to continue moving forward. These small wins are what keep you going, especially when the journey feels long and difficult. Resilience is the ability to adapt, to evolve, and to grow stronger through life's challenges. It is not about avoiding hardship, but about facing it with courage and determination. It is the unwavering belief that no matter what life throws at you, you have the strength to endure, to learn, and to rise above it. Resilience is what allows you to turn pain into purpose, failure into feedback, and obstacles into opportunities. It is the foundation of a life lived with strength, purpose, and courage. When you develop resilience, you develop the power to transform your life no matter the challenges you face. Self-belief and ownership are foundational to success, and they are the bedrock upon which you can build the life you desire. To believe in yourself means to recognize your potential, to trust in your ability to overcome challenges, and to commit to taking full responsibility for your actions and choices. It is the unshakable confidence that no matter the obstacles, you have the strength and determination to face them head-on. Self-belief is not a passive feeling, it is a dynamic force that drives you to take action, to push forward, and to create your own path regardless of the circumstances around you. Without this belief in yourself, you will constantly be at the mercy of external forces, but with it, you become the creator of your destiny. The first step in cultivating self-belief is understanding that it begins with a shift in mindset. Often we are conditioned to doubt ourselves. Society, family, and even our own internal voices may tell us that we're not good enough, that we don't have what it takes, or that the dreams we harbor are too big for us to achieve. These voices, though, are nothing more than echoes of fear and limitation, and they are not the truth of who you are. The truth is that you have everything within you to succeed. Your potential is unlimited, but you must first choose to believe in it. Self-belief doesn't come from external validation, and it certainly doesn't come from a life free of challenges. It comes from the deep-rooted understanding that you are capable of more than you think. The first step is to reject the limiting beliefs that have held you back, to look in the mirror and acknowledge your worth, your potential, and your capacity for greatness. When you begin to believe in yourself, you start to take ownership of your life. Ownership is the realization that your life is your responsibility. No one is coming to save you, and no one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. Your actions, your choices, and your decisions are what will shape your future. This understanding is liberating because it gives you control over your own story. The truth is that you are where you are today because of the choices you've made, and while you may not always have control over the external circumstances that affect you, you have total control over how you respond to them. Ownership means that you don't blame others for your circumstances, you don't make excuses or play the victim. You take full responsibility for where you are and recognize that the power to change your life lies within you. It's about acknowledging that you have the ability to influence the direction of your life no matter what has happened in the past. Taking ownership also involves embracing accountability. It's easy to look at life's challenges and place blame elsewhere, but when you take ownership, you become accountable for the outcome of your efforts. This means that if you are not where you want to be, you don't point fingers. Instead, you reflect on your own actions, your decisions, and your mindset. What can you learn from your past choices? How can you grow from your experiences? Self-belief combined with ownership means you don't make excuses. You acknowledge when you fall short and use those moments as opportunities to learn, improve, and evolve. Every setback, every failure is not a defeat, but a lesson that brings you closer to your goal. Ownership also means setting clear intentions and aligning your actions with your desires. When you own your journey, you don't wait for life to happen to you. You make it happen. You set goals and take deliberate steps toward achieving them. Self-belief fuels this process because you believe in your capacity to succeed, and ownership keeps you grounded in your purpose. You take control of your life by taking action. You recognize that you are the architect of your own success, and you make choices that align with the life you want to create. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, you have the power to shape your future, and you do so by taking consistent, purposeful action. This level of responsibility is empowering because it allows you to feel in control of your destiny. A critical aspect of self-belief and ownership is the ability to silence the voice of doubt that can so easily creep into your mind. Self-doubt is one of the most common barriers to success. It can make you question your abilities, your worth, and your potential. But self-belief is the antidote to doubt. To truly believe in yourself, you must be able to quiet that inner critic, the voice that tells you that you're not good enough. One of the ways to do this is through positive affirmations and self-talk. Your inner dialogue shapes your reality, and when you consistently affirm your strengths, your capabilities, and your potential, you begin to reprogram your mind to focus on what you can do instead of what you can't. This mental shift is crucial because when you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for others' approval or validation. You become your own biggest supporter. You develop an internal sense of confidence that isn't dependent on external circumstances. When you cultivate this belief in yourself, no challenge is too great, no obstacle too daunting, because you know that you have the strength to overcome it. A powerful practice in strengthening self-belief is visualization. Visualizing your success allows you to see yourself already achieving your goals. This technique is not just about imagining the end result, but also about feeling the emotions associated with success. It's about creating a mental image of yourself as the person you want to become. When you visualize your success, you align your actions with that vision. Your subconscious mind begins to work toward making that vision a reality. The more vividly you imagine your success, the more you begin to embody the behaviors and attitudes of someone who has already achieved it. This process helps you to eliminate any doubts and to reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Along with visualization comes the need to develop a strong sense of self-worth. Self-belief is inextricably linked to how you value yourself. If you don't see your own worth, it will be difficult to believe in your abilities. Your self-worth is not dependent on your achievements or the approval of others. It comes from understanding that you are valuable simply because you exist. You deserve success, you deserve happiness, and you deserve fulfillment. When you recognize your own worth, you begin to see yourself as deserving of your goals, and you move through the world with a sense of confidence and power. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles, and you take bold steps toward creating the life you want. Self-worth allows you to take risks, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to take action even when things feel uncertain. You know that regardless of the outcome, you are worthy of the pursuit. Another key aspect of self-belief is learning to trust the process. Trusting the process means having faith that even when things aren't happening as quickly or as smoothly as you would like, progress is still being made. There will be moments of frustration, and the road may seem long and winding, but resilience comes from believing that everything is happening for a reason. Success rarely happens in a straight line. There will be setbacks, detours, and delays along the way. However, when you trust in the journey, you learn to embrace the challenges as part of the process. You understand that everything you experience is contributing to your growth, and you trust that your efforts will eventually lead to the results you seek. Trusting the process requires patience, but it is essential for maintaining your belief in yourself. Self-belief and ownership also mean letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. It often leads to procrastination, fear of failure, and self-sabotage. When you own your journey, you accept that perfection is an illusion. No one is perfect, and mistakes are inevitable. But it's not the mistakes that define us, it's how we respond to them. Self-belief allows you to take risks, to try new things, and to embrace imperfections because you understand that failure is simply feedback, not a reflection of your worth. Ownership of your life means accepting that you will make mistakes, but you will learn from them, adapt, and keep moving forward. Every failure is a lesson that helps you become better, stronger, and more resilient. One of the most important aspects of self-belief and ownership is perseverance. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when things seem impossible, and when the world feels overwhelming, but ownership means continuing the fight. Perseverance is the ability to keep going even when things are tough. It is the resilience to push forward when you don't feel like it, to keep believing in yourself even when you encounter setbacks. Self-belief allows you to see each challenge as an opportunity to grow, to become better, and to move closer to your goals. You recognize that the path to success is not easy, but it is the journey that builds your character and strengthens your resolve. When you take ownership of your life, you commit to the journey, no matter how long or difficult it may be. To cultivate self-belief and ownership, it is essential to surround yourself with positive influences. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or drag you down. If you want to develop a deep sense of self-belief, you must choose to spend time with those who support, encourage, and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who see your potential, and who push you to be the best version of yourself. This doesn't mean cutting out everyone who doesn't support you, but it does mean being mindful of who you allow to influence your mindset. When you surround yourself with positivity and support, it reinforces your own belief in your ability to succeed. Self-belief and ownership are the keys to unlocking your true potential. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself the permission to pursue your dreams, to take risks, and to push past your limitations. When you take ownership of your life, you understand that you are the creator of your destiny. You are responsible for your success, and the choices you make will determine the direction of your life. This combination of self-belief and ownership empowers you to take action, to overcome challenges, and to create a life that aligns with your deepest desires. It's time to step into your power, believe in your abilities, and take full ownership of your journey. You are capable of achieving greatness. It all begins with you. Action and consistency are the cornerstones of success, and they hold a unique power that can transform dreams into reality. No matter how big or small your aspirations, it is not enough to simply wish for them or wait for the perfect moment to take the first step. Success is not a product of inspiration alone. It is a product of deliberate action taken consistently day after day, week after week, year after year. It's in the constant, unwavering pursuit of progress that you begin to unlock your potential and make lasting change in your life. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented, but they are the ones who take consistent action toward their goals regardless of obstacles. Action fuels momentum, and consistency turns that momentum into sustainable progress. When we think about action, we often focus on the large, bold steps we need to take. While big moves can be important, it's important to understand that consistent, smaller steps are often the ones that build momentum over time. You don't need to change everything in one day. You don't need to achieve all your goals overnight. What you need is a commitment to move forward every single day, no matter how small the progress might seem. The power of small daily actions cannot be overstated. Even if you only make a little progress each day, over time that progress compounds and you'll find yourself further ahead than you ever imagined. Consistency is like planting seeds in a garden. Some seeds may sprout quickly while others take time, but as long as you keep nurturing them, you will eventually see a harvest. One of the challenges that many people face when trying to achieve their goals is the temptation to focus on results before putting in the necessary work. People often think that they will feel motivated to take action once they see a certain outcome or after they've achieved a specific milestone. But the reality is that motivation comes and goes, and waiting for it to hit you can leave you stuck in place. True success comes from showing up whether you feel motivated or not. Consistent action is about committing to the process, not the outcome. It's about trusting that by continuing to take action, regardless of how you feel in the moment, you will eventually get closer to your goals. Motivation is fleeting, but action is something you can control. And when you commit to taking action every day, motivation follows as a result of your progress. Consistency also requires a mindset shift. In today's fast-paced world, we are often conditioned to expect quick results. We live in an age of instant gratification, where everything is available to us at the click of a button, and the idea of delayed rewards can be difficult to grasp. But real, lasting success doesn't happen in an instant. It's the result of sustained effort over time. Consistency requires the ability to delay gratification and focus on the long-term vision. It's understanding that the work you put in today will pay off down the road, even if you can't see the results immediately. When you adopt this mindset, you shift from a short-term, outcome-focused mentality to one that embraces the process. And in doing so, you set yourself up for lasting success. If you only take action when you're motivated or when you see immediate results, you will never reach the highest levels of achievement. True consistency is about taking action even when the rewards are not immediately visible. The next challenge in achieving success through action and consistency is dealing with obstacles and setbacks. Life will always present challenges, and often these challenges will be unpredictable. You may face roadblocks, detours, or even moments of complete failure, and it's in these moments that your commitment to consistency will be tested. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to persevere in the face of difficulty. It's easy to take action when things are going well, but it's in the moments when everything seems to be falling apart that true consistency shines. Resilience is key in these times. The most successful people are not the ones who never fail, they are the ones who fail, learn from their mistakes, and continue moving forward no matter how many times they fall. The secret to overcoming setbacks is not to give up, but to keep going. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust your approach. Instead of letting failure define you, let it fuel you to continue pushing forward with even greater determination. Consistency is also about setting routines and habits that support your goals. Successful people understand that they don't reach their goals by simply hoping for the best. They build routines and systems into their lives that make consistent action easier. A daily routine that includes time for your most important tasks creates structure and ensures that you are consistently working toward your goals, even when life gets busy or overwhelming. These routines are the scaffolding that hold up your progress. When you take consistent action as part of your daily habits, you take the decision-making out of the equation. You don't have to wonder whether you'll take action today or not. It's just part of your routine. For example, if you want to get fit, you don't need to decide every day whether you're going to exercise. It's simply part of your routine. You show up for it because it's non-negotiable. It's this level of consistency that makes success inevitable over time. Building habits that are aligned with your goals is one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term success. However, consistency doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan that's not working. Being consistent doesn't mean blindly following a course of action when the results are not coming. True consistency is the willingness to adjust your approach when needed, while still maintaining the same level of commitment to your goals. There may be times when your original plan isn't yielding the desired results, and in these moments, it's important to remain flexible. Consistency doesn't require you to continue on a path that's clearly not working. It means being persistent in your efforts to find the right approach and staying dedicated to the overall goal, even if you need to adjust your strategy. Being consistent means being willing to experiment, adapt, and refine your methods until you find what works. Another key aspect of action and consistency is maintaining the right mindset. Your mindset plays a huge role in how consistently you take action and how effectively you respond to challenges. A growth mindset, for instance, is essential for sustaining consistent action over the long term. When you have a growth mindset, you understand that your abilities are not fixed and that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity to learn. With a growth mindset, you are more likely to persist through difficulties because you view challenges as a part of the learning process, not as a sign to quit. The opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset, where you believe that your skills and abilities are predetermined and failure is something to be avoided at all costs. People with a fixed mindset are more likely to give up when things get tough because they don't see the value in persevering. A growth mindset, on the other hand, allows you to embrace the process of improvement and to take consistent action toward your goals, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. In addition to a growth mindset, it is important to recognize the power of focus. Consistency is not just about taking action, it's about taking the right action toward your goals. Focus is what directs your energy and attention toward the most important tasks. When you focus on your highest priorities, you ensure that your efforts are aligned with your long-term vision. Being consistently busy is not the same as being consistently productive. Focus allows you to make the most out of your time and energy. The ability to maintain focus on what truly matters despite distractions is a key ingredient for success. Every action you take should be purposeful and aligned with your overarching goal. Focused action is consistent action that delivers results. Furthermore, as you continue to take action and stay consistent, it's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Progress is often slow, and it's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. But every step forward is worth acknowledging. Small victories along the way keep you motivated and help maintain your momentum. Celebrate each milestone, whether it's a small achievement or a big breakthrough. Recognizing your progress reaffirms your belief in yourself and in the power of consistent action. Celebrating your wins doesn't mean becoming complacent, rather, it reinforces your commitment to continuing the journey. Taking action and maintaining consistency is the secret ingredient that turns potential into performance. You can have all the vision, goals, and dreams in the world, but without consistent effort, they remain nothing more than wishes. Action and consistency are what bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Every day that you show up and take deliberate action toward your goals, you are building the future you desire. While others may wait for the right moment or get discouraged by setbacks, those who understand the power of consistent action keep moving forward step by step, day after day, knowing that their dedication will eventually lead them to success. Pain is one of the most universal experiences in life. It touches us all in different forms and at different times. It can come in the form of loss, betrayal, rejection, failure, illness, or even the quiet ache of unfulfilled dreams. At some point, each of us faces the weight of pain. But what if I told you that pain is not something to simply endure, but something you can transform into power? What if I told you that your greatest pain could be the very thing that leads you to your highest purpose? The idea of turning pain into purpose is not just a theoretical concept, it is a proven reality for many who have experienced unimaginable hardships and emerged stronger, wiser, and more driven than ever before. The truth is, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. The choice is yours. Will you let pain define you, or will you choose to turn it into something meaningful? At first, the notion of finding purpose in pain may seem difficult to grasp. Pain often feels isolating, overwhelming, and like an insurmountable barrier. It may seem like the last thing you want to do is to find meaning in it. After all, when we are in the throes of pain, the natural human instinct is to want to escape it, to push it away, or to wish it had never happened. We often fall into the trap of thinking that we can't move forward until the pain goes away, but the reality is that growth doesn't always come from avoiding pain. It often comes from moving through it. What if, instead of running from your pain, you learned how to use it to fuel your growth? What if the very thing that caused you the most suffering could become the force that propels you toward your true purpose? The first step in turning pain into purpose is to acknowledge it fully. Too often, we try to suppress or ignore our pain because it feels uncomfortable or because we think that by pretending it doesn't exist, it will eventually go away. But the truth is that unaddressed pain lingers, it festers. It controls us from the shadows, shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. To turn pain into purpose, you must first allow yourself to feel it, to sit with it, and to honor it. This is not an invitation to wallow in self-pity or to get lost in the suffering. Rather, It is an opportunity to fully experience your emotions, to acknowledge the depth of what you are going through, and to give yourself permission to grieve, to mourn, and to heal. Only by facing your pain head-on can you begin to understand its lessons and ultimately use it as a tool for growth.